Yo, what's good everyone? Today I'm going to be breaking down some of my favorite NHL DFS plays for this Monday, December 4th slate. We got ourselves 6 games here tonight where I'm going to go through a couple of my favorite line stacks, some of my favorite individual plays, and then we'll wrap up the video with 3 low-priced options or sub-4K forward plays. With that being said, let's dive right into this. And before we dive into a couple of line stacks that I like here for tonight, let's cover these 6 games showing you the money lines and over-unders. First game we got is the Stars at Lightning. Next game is Penguins at Flyers. We got the Kraken taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Hurricanes at Jets. Capitals at Coyotes. And then the last game there, the St. Louis Blues taking on the Golden Knights. And then here's a quick schedule update for this week. Got an NHL DFS video coming out for you guys today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Got my NFL DFS first look video coming out on Wednesday. My favorite cash plays video coming out on Friday. And my favorite tournament or GPP plays coming out this Saturday. With all that said, let's dive into a couple of line stacks that I like here for tonight. Starting with that first line for the Pittsburgh Penguins. We got Crosby centering Gensel and Rust. And this is certainly an expensive line stack here tonight on this 6-game slate, but rightfully so, as this has been one of the best lines in the NHL all year long. In fact, they rank top 2 in each of the following categories: goals for as a line, expected goals per 60, and shots on goal. Plus, Crosby and Gensel both rank in the top 3 in expected goals across the entire NHL as individuals. So the point production has been there, the opportunities have been there, plus you get strong correlation with these guys playing together big minutes 5-on-5. You get Crosby and Gensel up on the #1 power play, and Rust plays down on the second. And then a cheaper line stack that I like here tonight is that first line for the Arizona Coyotes. We got Cooley centering Keller and Schmaltz, and not only is it a very affordable line stack here, but it's a strongly correlated line stack as well, with all 3 of these guys playing up on the Coyotes' #1 power play, which has been a strong point for this Coyotes team this year, scoring on the power play at a 25.5% rate. That's the 6th best in the NHL this year, and I like the matchup here at home tonight against the Capitals, who are not a very strong puck possession team, ranking 27th overall in Corsi percentage this year. Now folks, before we dive into some of my favorite individual plays here, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. I got hockey content coming out for you guys all year long, and the goal here is to get to 4,000 subs by the end of 2023. If you haven't subbed yet here today and you can help us out, again, I would greatly appreciate that. Alright, now diving into some of my favorite individual plays here, we're going to kick it off with the forwards. First guy that I got here is Kyle Connor of the Winnipeg Jets, priced at $8,200 tonight in a matchup at home against the Carolina Hurricanes. And honestly, I don't mind stacking up either one of the top 2 lines for the Winnipeg Jets tonight. I know we notoriously look at this matchup against the Carolina Hurricanes, strong defensive team, and I'm not saying that's the case here this year, but their goaltending has been a major issue, allowing 3.26 goals per game with a penalty kill that's hit at just a 77% rate. That ranks 21st out of 32 teams, and Kyle Connor's been awesome this year. I wanted to highlight him out of the top 6, but again, I think we could stack up either one of the top 2 lines. Connor himself has 14 goals, 10 assists, 24 points through 24 games, while playing on the first line in #1 power play. The next guy I got on my list here then is Travis Konecny of the Philadelphia Flyers, priced at $6,200 tonight in a matchup at home against the Penguins. Konecny is coming off of a career year last year, and he's been able to build on that this year, leading this Flyers team in expected goals at 9.4, goals with 12, and points at 18. And he's been very good against this Penguins team as well. In his last 10 games against the cross-state rival, he's put up 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points, while playing up on the Flyers' first line and #1 power play. I then got William Karlsson here, the Vegas Golden Knights, sitting at $5,700 in a good matchup at home against the St. Louis Blues. Karlsson is playing his best hockey here over the last 6 years, really ever since his breakout season back in 2017-2018. Through 25 games so far this year, he's got 11 goals, 12 assists, 23 points, playing on the Vegas second line in #1 power play. And this Blues team has kind of slipped up here defensively as of late, allowing 3.7 goals per game in their last 10. Now, I really like this 5K range in general for forwards tonight. Another guy that I want to highlight here is Jared McCann of the Seattle Kraken, priced at $5,200 in a good matchup on the road against the Montreal Canadiens. Another team that struggled defensively this year, allowing 3.54 goals per game, the 7th most in the NHL, while struggling on the penalty kill, hitting at just a 74% rate. That's the 6th worst in the NHL. McCann's a natural goal scorer who leads this Kraken team in goals, shot attempts, and shots on goal, while playing on their first line and #1 power play. And then dipping into the 4K range here for forwards, I'm going to go back to Tyler Seguin of the Dallas Stars. Still think he's too cheap considering how well he's played here as of late. Matchup on the road against the Lightning tonight. He's racked up 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points here in his last 10 games, averaging 12 Draftkings points per game. That's almost 3x value considering the price. And this Lightning team, I know Vasilevsky is back, but this is a team that struggled all year long in their own end, allowing 3.72 goals per game. That's the 3rd most in the NHL. We're going to see Seguin play on their 3rd line tonight and up on their #2 power play. Now, moving on to the defensemen here, and one guy that I would be willing to spend up for here tonight is Alex Pietrangelo of the Vegas Golden Knights, priced at $6,700, playing against his former team in the St. Louis Blues. And with Shea Theodore on the IR for Vegas right now, Pietrangelo is a guy who's going to play big minutes for this Vegas team. Should play 23+ minutes here tonight on their #1 power play and log big minutes on the penalty kill too. He's a guy who can definitely get on the score sheet. He's got 1 goal, 10 assists, 11 points through 20 games so far this year, but he's also a very well-rounded defenseman and has blocked a ton of shots so far this year. He's actually averaging 3 block shots per game, and don't forget, if you block 3 shots in a game on DraftKings, that gets you a 3-point bonus. Now, one of the biggest issues for the Pittsburgh Penguins this year has been their power play, which is kind of confusing when you got guys like Crosby, Malkin, Gensel, Carlson on your #1 power play. Believe me, I watch most of the Penguins games. I'm a Penguins fan. You can see Sid right behind me. But one of the changes they made in practice yesterday was putting Chris Letang back up on the #1 power play. He hasn't played there all year, and priced at $5,100 tonight in this matchup against the Flyers. I do like him at this price. On top of playing up on the #1 power play here tonight, he's someone who's been a very well-rounded defenseman this year, racking up DraftKings points in a number of different ways. He's got 2 goals, 11 assists, 13 points in 23 games, while averaging 2 shots on net per game and close to 2 block shots per game as well. Now, dipping into the 4K range here for defensemen, there were a number of different routes that I could have gone here. Some nice plays in general. We could even go with Cam York, who's currently playing up on the Flyers' #1 power play. He's in the low 4K range, but I was looking at Sean Walker here, priced at $4,800, and just another well-rounded defenseman who finds ways to score DraftKings points. He's put up 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points here in his last 10 games, averaging close to 11 DraftKings points per game. He doesn't really get a lot of time on the power play, but does log big minutes in general. Should see him play around 21+ minutes here tonight, and does log big minutes on the penalty kill. And then dipping into the 3K range here for defensemen, one value guy that I liked was Justin Schultz of the Seattle Kraken, priced at $3,400, and I'm primarily targeting him on this Kraken #1 power play. Yeah, if you go look online, it's probably going to show that he plays on the #2 power play, but I look at the last 3 games here for the Kraken, and this unit, the one he's playing on, has played 53% of the power play time. In my opinion, that's the #1 unit, and again, I just want to target him on that Kraken #1 power play because the Canadians have really struggled on the penalty kill this year, and they have not been afraid to take penalties either, ranking 2nd in the NHL, averaging 4.3 minor penalties per game. And then I got a couple of goaltenders here for you. If I'm looking to pay up here tonight, I like Logan Thomas of the Vegas Golden Knights, priced at $8,400. He's been solid this year with a 6-3-2 record, save percentage of .918, and a goals allowed average of 2.36, averaging close to 14.5 DraftKings points per game. He also ranks 10th of 76 qualified goalies this year in goals save above expected per 60 minutes, and Vegas is a huge home favorite here tonight, sitting with a money line of -205. And then if I'm looking to save some money at the goalie position here tonight, I like Connor Hellebuck of the Winnipeg Jets. I honestly thought he was a little too cheap here at $7,400, playing the Carolina Hurricanes at home. So far this year, he's 11-6-1 with a save percentage of .912, goals allowed average of 2.49, averaging 14 DraftKings points per game, but he's been particularly good here in his last 5 games with a save percentage of .952 and a goals allowed average of 1.40. Plus, this Hurricanes team is not afraid to shoot the puck. He should see a lot of rubber tonight as they average 34.2 shots on net per game. And as always, going to wrap up this video here with 3 low-priced options or sub-4K forward plays. First guy that I got is Jake Neighbors of the St. Louis Blues. Rookie's playing very well for this team right now, priced at $3,800 tonight, getting time up on their first line in #2 power play, and he's racked up 7 goals, 1 assist, 8 points here in his last 8 games. The next guy I got is Alexander Kerfoot of the Arizona Coyotes, priced priced at $3,300 here tonight, playing on their third line and up on their number one power play, which he's taken advantage of here as of late, putting up back-to-back games with power play assists. And he's just been playing good hockey in general here as of late, considering the price, as he's racked up 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points in his last 10 games. And then the last value opportunity play that I like here tonight is Tyson Foerster, the Philadelphia Flyers, priced at $3,200, and he's currently playing up on the Flyers' first line and number one power play, while riding a 3-game point streak where he's put up 2 goals and 2 assists. Alright everyone, that is going to wrap up this video here for today. As always, thank y'all for taking the time out of your day to watch the content here on this channel. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's have ourselves a great day here, folks. Let's win some money on this 6-game slate. And in the meantime, I'm out of here.